Okay guys, we are going to be doing a little segment or like a little thing that I've been wanting to do. I have my best friend here. Clearly I spent the whole day with her. Also we tried the purple Red Bulls. I honestly give them a 10 out of 10. I like it.
I give it it's good, an 8 out of 10, but I'll still pick my Juneberry one over this one, to be honest.
Okay, so I want to do this thing that I've been seeing on Instagram, and I was telling my best friend like we need to do this. So it's pretty much like questions you would ask your best friend. So I have a few, honestly. What's the one thing you think I should let go of in my life and why?
You really want me to answer that?
They're like, you know, they're literally uncomfortable with healthy questions.
Gianna.
Why?
What? No, I'm kidding. I like Gianna. I know Gianna.
We just filmed a podcast with her. I'm like, oh. You did it.
No, I think the one thing that you need to let go of is I got a list, baby. Which one you want to? Which one you want to know? How many?
What should I do say tonight?
This DL men. Like there's so many men that are like openly gay. And I think because we talked about this on the podcast, because you go in with your heart open and you know that they're never gonna take you serious. You deep down, you know they're not gonna take you serious. Yeah. And for some reason, well, I mean, it's because it's the truth. We like what we can't have. Yeah,
that's very true. I feel like you have let go of it though.
Baby daddy?
Yeah. Because I'm like, you don't really like, you know, talk about it like that. You're not like stuck on him, you know, you're like, no, I need to move on. I don't know what you should. Probably about the idea of, well, I feel like you have. I mean, you don't really like be having like situationships where they're like not gonna, like they're going nowhere, you know? But I think, asked me this 3 months ago, and I would say, yeah, like you need to let go of men that just don't want to take you serious. Like you're like situationship, you know? They're not like looking to date. They're not like, they want to keep you around just for them. What's a trait of mine that's hard for you to handle?
Oh my gosh. I think it's like there's times where it's hard to handle is how loud you are. I love it because I can be loud too, but there's like certain times where it's like when we're leaving church. Oh my god. When I leave church or when I'm going to church, I'm like in such like a calm, you know, and this bitch right here like, hey, and I'm like, bitch, chill out.
For me, it would probably be like when we go out, you always like, let's say like if a guy, let's say like for instance, if you have like backup plans with like to go see like your man or whatever, and if he like is not like going through with the plans, but then last minute he's like going through, so you'll stop what we're doing and go. Yeah. So I'm like, girl, stop, like don't jump for him. That's like a trait you have though. But what's a change in me that worries you?
I think for a while last year you were so big, and I don't judge, you know, we all go through things and I've backslided a lot, but you were so big on wanting to get closer to God. And then you just started going, how do I word it, not crazy, because like I said, I backslide too and I get it, but it just worries me, like it worried me at the time because, you know, we're Christian and we believe that like the enemy wins. Are you gonna cry?
No, it's because I know mine's similar. Mine's are similar to yours. That's
yeah. So it just worried me because I was like, okay, like I know what it's like to backslide, and I know people automatically think, okay, we let the enemy win, which I think we do. But I mean, it doesn't worry me now because I know in your heart, you know, like you're still. You still want to go to church. It's like if I'm like, friend, I want to do Bible study, you're still open to do Bible study, you're still open to do things like that. But I think for a little bit I was worried. I mean, I would express it to you all the time, remember? But I mean, I'm not worried about it now. I mean, I just pray for you. Yeah, but I think another thing too is just how you trust men, like to just come hang out at your apartment and stuff. That worries me a lot.
Oh, okay.
Especially as Gigi. Just because you don't know, like...
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's true. Okay, so for me, a change in you that worries me is how you are getting really closer to God and stuff, which, I mean, I'm all here for it, like, you know. But I'm like, is she about to cut me off and be like, you're a bad influence, I can't. Even though I don't influence you bad, we know that, but like, you know how we had certain situations with somebody that was like, you know, would always put us on like, oh, it's them, bad influence, yada yada, people in their ear saying we're bad influences when we knew what it was. But you don't have that, but it's still like kind of on my mind because it's a little traumatizing since that happened. So I'm like,
no, and I get why you feel that way, but I think the difference between me and that person is I take accountability for what I do. I'm never like, I'm doing this because of Chris, I'm doing this because of Jill. I never put the blame on anyone for what I'm doing because Chris and Madrid, the people that I do go out with, are very respectful. If I'm like, I'm not drinking. Like, I don't
we're
want
not
to,
like,
they're like, okay.
You're gonna drink,
I get what you're saying because, I mean, she cut me off too, bitch.
On to the next one. I'll answer this one first. If I asked you why I'm still single, what would you say?
Oh, you want me? Oh, you're...
Yeah, I'm gonna go first to you. So if you ask me why are you still single, I think just because you tend to like have a wall up and you're not like fully putting the wall down for men, but it's understandable because of like what you've been through and stuff, and like, you know, you're in a relationship for a really long time, but you tend to like give a little and then step back, like put your foot up and then step back, which I mean, I don't, you know me, I don't judge at all, so I'm not gonna be like, you need to, but I just noticed that I'm like, hey, like when she's ready, she's ready. When she finds a man that's willing to like break that wall down and be patient and stuff with you, it's gonna happen. So that's why I'm like, you know, but I do notice that I'm like, okay, like you'll try, and then it's like, oh, okay, like if they start liking you back, you're like, let me step back.
I genuinely don't know why you're single.
Really?
Because I want to cuff you up.
I'm weak.
Okay, but no, I just think, I mean, you told me that dating as a gay man is hard.
Yeah, especially now. Like back then it was hard, but I feel like now is more different. So and like, yeah, it's just like, it's a lot. Like I feel like it's just hard for me because like what I do for a living and stuff. Like men are like, oh, it's okay. And then once we like fall off, once we fall off, it's like, I'm a this, I'm a that, or I'm like, what?
I actually do have one.
What?
Because you show your toxicness from the get. Like,
but it's like, I'm gonna give you what you are gonna get into, like.
Yeah. And remember what I told you? I don't do that. I go very like.
You are. That is actually very true. Like I spaz out on these men ASAP.
Yeah, I don't. Quick. I think. Like I told you, I think because if you show them that from the beginning, it's easier because they don't have feelings for you, for them to be like, yeah, I'm backing off. Once you're in it for like 2-3 months, the feelings are there, so they're kind of like, ugh, I'm gonna put up with it.
What do you think my type is?
Tall.
Be realistic. Don't
no, it's just like what you, from what I see.
Yeah, and bring around.
Yeah. Tall, like not super tall, but maybe medium height.
Taller than me, or
or your height. White, blue collar.
Which is I
feel like that's, we all have blue collar.
I think that's just really common in Colorado.
Yeah. Is it what I think you should like? It just like okay.
Yeah, like what's my type?
Just I think white man, blue collar,
facial hair.
Yeah.
Yes and no, I guess.
And like kind of like longish hair, you know, like Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Your type is definitely Mexican, blue collar. It's like either or, because you either like tattoos or you don't.
I like tattoos.
You like tattoos, but you've been with guys who don't have tattoos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely Mexican though. Very like, you know.
What about personalities?
You like nonchalant, not nonchalant, but like very laid back, chill. You don't like an outgoing man. You want somebody who's like a homebody, who's chill, who's like has morals of like husband morals. You know, like they want like a wife. They want to like have like settle down and stuff. They're not always like in the club. What is your go-to story about us that you tell other people?
Oh my gosh, beer hall when you told everyone you were a bad for SZA, and everyone believed you and they kept wanting to take pictures and videos with us all night.
Because I was dancing, you guys, and we were at a bar and I was like dancing really good and everyone's like, wow, you dance really good, and I was like, thank you, I'm a backup dancer for SZA. I think ours is a Morgan Wallen concert. Because that's just hilarious, and it's like I see my favorite artists with my favorite people, and then like the story behind it.
Oh, you know which other one?
What?
When you know who, when we were at Ugly's, and he was like, your best friend doesn't want to kiss me, and then I was like, why? And then he's like, I don't know, he's being weird. I was like, he'll kiss me, and then we pecked, and he was like,
he was so hurt. Okay, this is a good one. I'll answer it first since it'll go back and forth. What was that moment when you felt like this friendship is going to end? For me, is when y'all hoes was bullying me when we went out, right, and they were bullying me, being mean, but I was like, whatever. Because I am allowed to handle and stuff, but...
I was drunk.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh, they're like being mean, like they're never mean to me. And so, yeah, I was genuinely like... I even told them, I was like, this is the last time y'all gonna ever see of me. And she's like, no, she like whispers like, don't do that, like, I'll KMS, don't play with me, I need you in my life.
Gosh, a time where I thought our friendship was gonna end.
Yeah, like something I didn't, like, honestly, like, I can't. Like, this too much.
I think it was that day too.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was so irritated with like, I mean, we were out all day that day.
All day, we were
and then
everywhere.
By the time that happened, like my hangover was already hitting because I was sober. I remember how drunk I was at the in the morning because we went out for brunch and we had mimosas and Chris and I got super drunk and we were in the car and he was like playing with my face and acting like he was gonna take my lashes off and it irritated me. So we literally caught the homie heads in the back of the car.
Oh, literally.
And then he wanted to go downtown, so then we're going downtown, and then this bitch is like, why are we fucking going downtown? I was like, bitch, we're downtown because you want to be downtown.
I was just a lot that night.
Yeah.
A lot that night. If we swap lives, what would be the hardest part for you to handle?
Gabriel.
Oh, that was quick and fast.
Yeah. Cause still to this day, guys, I don't want to cry.
I know you're gonna make me cry.
I'm literally gonna cry because it's just like I'm gonna cry. The first time I took Chris to go see Gabriel, because I've taken you on like twice. Like just watching him walk up to his grave, I was like, oh, like it broke my heart that he's had to go through something like that. And I know everyone like. That's why it irritates me, like, when I see the comments about him, because I'm like, yeah, you guys might see him, like, because you're only going to show what you want to show, but you've also shown your grieving side, but I think that people who haven't lost someone in their lives will never get it. Like, the closest person I lost to me was my ex's brother, you know, because I was really close to him, and I understand grieving, but... That's why it irritates me when I see those comments, because I'm like, if you guys could really see like that side of him where he does grieve, like it's so hard to see. And the first time, Chris would never show his emotions to me. Like he would be like, oh, I'm upset about this, but he had never cried in front of me, had never like, you know, really been pissed like around me. And the first time that I seen you cry, it was for Gabriel.
I feel like that's how type of person I am, though. I'm very like reserved now. I'm very like...
Well, like, I'm sorry to bring this up, but when Princess passed, Chris went MIA. Like, I was calling him, I was texting him, he wasn't replying. And the friend that we had at the time, I was like, hey, have you talked to Chris? Like, I haven't heard from him. And she was like, oh, I seen him because he walked Ace. And I was like, oh, how is he? And she told me, because you know, she knew you more than I did at the time. And she was like, he's really sad. And she was like, don't. I was like, oh, I haven't, like, you know, he hasn't texted me back and stuff. And then she's like, don't feel offended. Like, Chris is like that. Chris is gonna, like, he's gonna distance himself. So then the day when you got into the car accident, literally when you replied, you're like, no, they're gonna take me home. I was like, no, bitch, I'm going, because I haven't talked to you in like 2 days. Like, what the hell is going on?
That was just a mess.
Yeah.
But anyways, mine would probably be co-parenting. Like, I see how hard it is for you, like when, you know, you have your kids, like you're sharing custody and stuff. So definitely be that, because like when you have them and then like you have to go give them back to their dad, and then like, you know, so that would be something that I would be like, dang, that's probably hard to handle, because then like...
Yeah. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I don't know, this one's good. If I lost my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about us?
I'd take you to a patio.
You're like, look, man. I would honestly take you, do you know where I would take us? To that park where we did Bible study.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take us there and be like, look.
La michoacana.
What's a bad habit of mine that you think I don't see?
No, I think you're very good with your habits.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I think you are too. You're very like, we're both kind of like that. We're like, we know it's wrong, but just let us be.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean,
we'll learn when we learn.
Yeah. What's a side of me you wish I'd show the world more? Like that you get to see, but they, like the world don't get to see.
Like when you go lesbian on me.
I think you're like reserved. It's because you don't do social media, so like you don't. But like with other people, you're like very. I think that's normal. A lot of people are like that. They're like they've closed off. They don't like show themselves. Like
Yeah, it takes me a minute for me to show myself. Because remember how quiet and stuff I was when we first met?
If I died, what would you miss the most about having me in your life? I'll go first. Probably like literally all, because we're like always on the phone together. Always FaceTime. She'll be at work and we're just on FaceTime, like just chilling, like not even talking. We'll be like non-verbal and just like
we're just there.
Literally. So I would miss that because I'm like, bro, what? Like, why are we talking? Like, why are we not talking? You know?
Well, I think with you, it's like I take you everywhere with me.
I'm like her boyfriend. That's not her boyfriend. Everyone thinks we date too. It's like, it's my best friend. I'm like, hey y'all.
No, literally, like there's times where there's guys around. I'm like, Chris, act gay. Like,
and I be the same way. I'm like, move, girl. Like, you never know.
Remember? I don't know if you remember. We went to King Supers and you're like, we saw a guy that you had like talked to, and you're like, oh, he's gonna think I'm DL because I'm with you, and we look.
I know. Literally, I was like, If I walked in, I mean, it's kind of obvious. If I walked into a room with everyone I've ever met, who would I go looking for first?
Gabriel.
I don't know who you would go looking for. Probably your kids. If not, then.
If not, I'm like.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, your kid. How do you think I've changed since we first became friends? For better or worse?
For better.
I think,
as a friend or as a person?
Yeah, as a friend.
Yeah. I don't know. It's because I feel like we just clicked when we met.
Yeah, I feel the same. It was like very. It was so weird too, because she was so scared to meet me, y'all. She was like,
I even fell asleep. I was like,
I woke up, my annoying ass. Hey girl, what you? I am loud, y'all. I am loud. You're like, you got up with the blanket, like, hi.
Literally, the thing that cracks me up about that, they were like the TikTok trend, the X, like what's your was going around, and we're like, oh, what should we talk about? You know, our little trio at the time. And then we're like, oh, let's do the X. And then I was like, it was my idea, remember? And I was like, I don't even have anything that I can think of. This bitch all day long was like, another ick of mine. I'm like, bro, we started that at 11 in the morning. It's 9:30 at night. How are you still going?
Is there a part of my life you secretly wish you could fix for me?
Obviously, I already talked about it.
I know. Wait, what? She's like, I want you straight.
Let's put it this way: if I could bring Gabriel back for you, and that meant you had to lose me to bring Gabriel back, I would do it.
I would bounce off that and be like the same with like your old life and family, but I would want you to be happy and not like have to go through what you went through.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like not perfect, but you know you wouldn't have to go through what you went through. This will be the last one. What's something that you've seen me do to somebody and you're like, damn, that's like really effed up? What? I already know you know, but I gotta hear this. Say it, like.
Oh my gosh, and he's done it fucking twice.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Say it.
Okay.
Speak it true.
In the summer, we went out and we had a guy give us a ride, okay? T, you're watching
No,
this.
don't even give him the time of day.
Fuck you.
He's making a whole documentary about me.
So maybe Christopher.
Literally.
But anyways, we went out and then we were at a gay club. He fucked up by buying another girl a drink.
Yeah, because he's bi, so I was like...
So obviously Chris is gonna feel a type of way about that. And he left the group that we were with to go with that girl to buy her a drink. So then when we went to another bar. This bitch was over there making out with another guy in front of him, fucking picking him up and making out with him. And this guy was there like literally like this. He was like watching it happen, and I was like, don't watch him, like don't do that to yourself, just ignore him. Come on, let's dance, ignore him. So he did it that time, and then we went out again last month. and he was flirting with someone.
This person came up to me and asked for my number.
Yeah, but he was, you know, we're leaving the bar because we're already gonna like come back home or whatever. And then the guy started asking him for his number, and then our friend, because he's our friend, he think he was just drunk, so he was, you know, he was like, what the fuck, he's they're getting his number. And then I was just like, here we fucking go again. I was like, come on, it's fine, just ignore it.
You literally, though, the first time though, you literally like, don't look.
No, yeah, I was like, stop looking, because he was like this, he was like
just staring, and I didn't care. I was like,
yeah, I was literally like, come on, just dance, like just ignore him. Like I was like, fuck him, like who cares? And then I was like, love yourself.
With you, I don't know, you're not really like you don't do things that are like, I'm like, dang, that's messed up.
Then why'd you ask that question?
Because I know I did. I'm like way crazier than you. Like I'm more, I always say it's because I know like I'm a guy and stuff, so it's like, you know, but I don't know with you. Let me see. No, you.
I think the only person that I've like said fucked up things to is my baby daddy.
But even
but I haven't done fucked up things to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Jay is coming to mind. And it. But that's like the only thing, like, bro, because when I called her, she was like, her favorite influencer is talking. I was like, sorry, girlie. Hey guys, so that was me asking, well, yeah, me asking uncomfortable but healthy questions to my bestie. So you guys need to ask your best friend these questions. I feel like that's not like, you know, we don't ever like, we're never like ask questions like this, I guess, but you know, it's like.
No, the only thing that we're always ask each other is, what would you do if I just today?
No, literally.
And we ask it at least once a month.
Yeah. But you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Shout out to my bestie Stacy for coming on, and I'll see you guys in my next video.